Hey, what's up? It is DJ. Welcome back to part 3 of reviewing all the footage that I got at PAX. Here we're taking a look at rice. This is the greenhouses that you can grow the rice in. We could see rice saplings were down there at the bottom, which is very, very cool. And also around it, we have a field, looks like a grass field that's harvested, which is kind of interesting. So let's take the Fendt 512 right here, the Vario, and we're going to be picking up a rice pallet. Now, I did my best to use the front loaders using an Xbox controller. I'm not very good with front loaders in general, so it just is what it is here. I want to focus a lot on the ground deformation that we're going to be getting. Inside, the camera's not too bouncy, but everything inside the cabin, and this whole tractor is just bouncing around because of the ground deformation. There's a lot of movement. You can also see the ground deformation happening there, and it is quite deep when it comes to driving around on this. Actually, I tried to drive in the grass there just so it wouldn't be so bumpy to drive around. And it is like that, as far as I've been able to tell, on all the dirt, so it's going to be a lot. So now let's jump in. Here we have our rice. In real life, it's the transplanter, but it is the rice planter in 8 rows, so it is the biggest one. We've also got GPS on this as well. Here I am trying to figure it out. Also in the far up corner, well, I was going to say there's a cement truck, but here we go. We do have some plowing going on in the field, so that's what that's going to look like. It is a ridge marker, so it's making our ridge, it's making our marker for us, and there we're using our GPS. Now we've got, the faster we go, see that water line moving in front of the tractor? I thought that was very super duper cool. It's just an awesome feature, you know? So you can run around in the water, it's going to move around. You can drive around in it, it's going to move around. Pretty cool. This was also one of the moments where I wasn't able to get the footage that I wanted to get because unfortunately a YouTube celebrity was behind me watching me play, and I didn't realize it until about right now in the video. So Luke from Linus Tech Tips, you guys may know that channel, he was hanging out at the Farming Simulator booth, and I heard his voice and turned around. I was like, oh, hey, it's Luke. So I kind of fanboyed a little bit and ended the clip way earlier than I wanted to. But here you can see again, one thing I don't like here is that it's lined up the last row with the first row from the previous set, and I'm lined up perfectly with the GPS. So, you know, give and take here and there, but do pay attention whenever you get to the ends of your rows. Also, we did try this a little bit, planting around in circles, and as far as we could tell, it is only 90 degrees with the rice. So just a quick heads up there. Now, this is footage from the video that we posted about a week ago, I think at this point, or a couple days ago. This was the only footage that I got of harvesting the rice, the regular rice. So we've got our Iseki right here, Iseki, going through harvesting. It harvests, doesn't seem like a lot all at once, but at least it is pretty cool. It's nice to see this machine. This is something else that we can use a worker with. You can use GPS with it, as I've shown right here. And then it's got a really neat animation of it bringing the rice crop in from the side, which I find really, really cool. It's just a neato animation. We also have a trailer set up right here as well, where we can take this and unload it and be good to go. Also, you can see there the lines, they are kind of all over the place. I did a bad job harvesting, but it was fun. Next, let's talk about some cattle, and we can see the 3 different sizes here. We got your wee bitty babies in the bottom, and then the teenagers, if you will, right there, and then mama cow over there at the far end. This is also over where we were with the New Holland, and a lot of screenshots have been taken here. I want you to kind of pay attention to all the different moves, so I'm gonna be quiet for a second. There's definitely a lot of sounds going on inside this pen. And it's also really cool to see the babies like this kind of running around, and you can see they're kind of, you know, not quite sure about their footing and that kind of thing. It's super cute and it's super awesome as well. Yeah, there's something else I want to show you too. But before we do that, I do want to point out we've got 15 cows in here. Health is at 0, food's at 0, water's at 5,881 liters, super random, and milk is at 0. So that's the things that we know we can get off of this. We also have finally had our water buffalo blog, so that was recently released. Actually, that released after I recorded this footage here, so very cool there. I'm still not sure how that's going to work out, but we do know that buffalo milk is a thing, and I guess milk is a thing because it says milk down at the bottom. So definitely going to be 2 different things, but I don't, other than that, know what the cows need. I also know that you need to clean them. At least it seems like you do, because there's a help menu thing that says you got to clean the animal. So I'll be interested to see that. And we got bees. Now, this was a very short video, but Farmer Cobb said, hey, there's new bees. So it looks like we've got at least 2 new kinds of beehives here. We also have the train in the background as well, which I totally missed whenever I was recording this. But yeah, I don't really know what else there is to kind of show about that. We have a scarecrow up here with what looks to be a shovel, a shirt, and and a bucket. Lastly, the last video I've got to show you guys is of the Oxbow spinach harvester. Oh yeah, now we assume we're going to be getting an Oxbow pea harvester, and there might also be a green bean harvester. Cannot confirm the last one. However, this one, I was trying to get kind of used to it right here at the very beginning. We've got 25,000 liters of spinach inside. One thing I'll note is it unloads super duper slow, and it just looks like a bunch of leaves on the ground. Again, I tried to hire a worker here, and it just wouldn't let me do it. I also paid attention to how everything's working, so you can see the spinach is just from the front part. It's just kind of bringing it in and shooting it straight through into the back. So the back of this machine is just a big tipper, which leads me to question why we even need the back part to begin with, but I don't know anything about spinach harvesting, so I'm sure there's a good reason for it. Also, I'm still pretty sure there's a blower on the front of this machine. Don't know that for a fact. I have no idea what's on the front of that machine, but it is a little bit, I don't know, the working width's a little bit small. It seems like for what it's doing, we should be able to really bump these rookie numbers up a little bit, maybe double or triple the working width. But I don't know that for sure. Also, one thing that I'm seeing here is it is picking up the spinach quite, I mean, well, I would say slowly. I'm used to going super duper fast, but we're at 28,000 liters already. We've already picked up almost 3,000 liters from where we started with that small working width. So maybe that's why it would fill up in like 20 feet, something like that. Another thing I really like about this machine is all of the big tracks on it. I love tracked machinery. And the fact that this has, well, 4 sets of big old flat tracks, I think is very cool. It is a big machine. When you're turning like this, it really does not want to go fast. So I was trying to get over to the road as quickly as I possibly could so that I could actually drive quickly. So here we are going to unload. Now, I've shown this before, and sometimes I've done a good job lining it up, hitting that, and sometimes I don't do quite a good job. So that is your animation there, and it's just taking it and kind of, I guess there's a belt or something like that in there that's bringing it over. However, it's pretty slow. It's maybe about twice as fast as it harvests, but that means that you're going to spend half the amount of time unloading as you would loading. So I definitely recommend hiring this on a worker and just carting as much as you possibly can. That seems to be the move here, at least for this. At least that's what I would do. Also here, I got stuck in the machines. And every time I jumped in, I just had to go with the harvester. So here I actually pull forward just to kind of get out of the way a little bit. As far as I can see, the unloading animations and things like that for all of the machinery is virtually identical. So you're going to be seeing stuff that clips through and that kind of thing. It's just the way it is. It's an animation, and some of it goes outside and some of it goes inside. So for all that time, I only got, was it 70 or 8,000 liters now to get into there. It's going to take a long time to unload this harvester. It's cool, but it's going to take a while. And I just kind of wanted to see, could I unload this onto the ground? And you can. So this is what spinach on the ground looks like, if you were curious, which I know you are. And that's it. That is everything I've got for you over 3 videos, as well as map tour stuff and things like that. You've now got all of the information that I was able to capture while I was at Pax West. Big shout out to Giant Software for allowing us to do that. It felt like what was like a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to get all of this footage and share it with you guys. This is a lot more than I think Giants have ever done before, so big shout out to them. And the more you see, the better informed you are about the game before its release, which again will be on November 12th, 2024. It is available now for pre-order. Got a link down below if you guys want to check that out. Hope you enjoyed this video and all the ones before it. If you haven't seen any of the other ones, check those out. Thank you for hanging out with me. I appreciate you. Hope you have a great day. We'll see you later.